back to Timberborn and update 7, and I have many things I want to accomplish in this episode. And so what I might do is get a few things set up and then jump into a bit of a time lapse so we can get those done. But there were a bunch of suggestions that we are going to have a quick run through. The first one was, and I really like this one, moving the industrial area here down to where the forest is here, because this keeps dying during a bad tide. What I think I'm going to do is wait for the next bad tide, and then when this all gets killed off, move it, because this is built already, and so it makes sense to leave it until this dies properly, and half of it's being cut. But that's just kind of my thought process at the moment. So that's number one. Yep. We're going to keep trying to expand. We've just got the scrap metal flag in. I want to get metal production up and running over here so that we can start moving towards zip lines. We need a lot more science. That means we need more beavers, which means we need to expand the population. We're in a drought, so we're actually in a pretty good position for that, because we will be able to improve our situation in terms of population, because we can pump more water, we can grow more food. We do need an area really to grow more food. And now that we have isolated this bad water, and this area should now be pretty safe from bad water, we could set up farming over here. So I think we're going to grab the resource demolition tool, get this deleted. Probably going to get these trees removed, and I think we're going to set up a farm over here. I think that we should be safe from if bad water comes through here, and maybe we will start growing. I think we might be a bit early for bread, but we'll maybe grow more potatoes over here. Try and expand our food production a bit. This area is safe as well, and we could expand farming into here as well. But I'm pondering, I've got two ideas for water storage. I'm not sure which one I want to set up. So one is to, we've got water that flows through here to essentially levy off part of this and create a reservoir in here. The other one is to reconstruct the staircase up here, get up here, and use the suggestion that I had to create a reservoir up here. And we've got a lot of trees up here. There's a whole load of oak trees up here we could cut down. We could actually raise this up quite a bit and build a reservoir up here with a levee based dam system. So as I said, there's a lot of building that I want to get done. We've got all of this to build still as well, so yeah, and this to finish building. It's all very dependent on planks, so I think, yeah. The other thing that we will do, so we can expand the population, we will come across here. We'll put in plans for a few more houses. And if we can get this built, that'll get us a lot more trees growing. These will get regrown. We'll get this built, because I think this is quite important. We'll get that built. We'll get those built. And then, yeah, I think that I want to rebuild this. Have we got this? Yeah, we've got science to unlock the triple platform, because I would like to do it properly this time. so that we can have it as a permanent structure. And that feels to me like it's meant to be there. The way that path kind of flows across there. And then we've got access to most of that. We could unlock the one by bridges and we could bridge across there. No, we can't, because that needs a 2x. By the time we've got that built, we can probably unlock the 2x as well. So, yep. I'm going to jump into a time lapse for a bit now, get that stuff all going, and hopefully by then they'll have got this built. We'll have got these trees cleared out. I'm also going to mark all of those for demolition, except you, because trees are useful. Yeah, those are prioritized for cutting, which is great. Right, we'll run this on for a little while and we'll be back.
She was only 17, had the saddest pair of eyes that you ever seen. What them lips in a cold, it was matching green. But she can't be herself when she's somebody else. In the morning she would take her mother's wedding ring. But school got pretty tough when they see it gleam. So she hid herself under the mezzanine, reenacting scenes. Yeah, she dreamed she'd go to California, that everyone would adore her, and all her mates will call her till 4 in the morning. Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Yeah, yeah. Every morning she would wake up with another plan. Yeah, her mum and dad, they couldn't understand why she couldn't turn it off, become a better man. All this therapy eats away gently at the side of her mind, and she never had. Yeah, the story told too many times, it makes me sad. I better off and made a fortune on her autograph. Give her her money back, cause she dreamed she'd go to California, that everyone would adore her, and all her mates will call her till 4 in the morning. Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Yeah, yeah. Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Yeah, yeah. Do you feel like you're irrelevant? Do you feel like you're irrelevant? Do you feel like you're just scared as fuck? Do you feel like you're irrelevant? Do you feel like you're irrelevant? Do you feel like you're just scared as fuck? Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Yeah, yeah. Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Is there any life on Mars? Yeah, yeah. Is there any life on Mars? 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 Is there any life on Mars?
So the drought is over, and what have we achieved? We've got most of this built. We didn't manage to clear off the drought farming that I set up. We are somewhat short of logs. We are somewhat short of beaver, to be honest. You can probably be paused, actually. You probably don't need to be in there. We can probably move you into there, which would help because we can get these guys being cut down. That would make sense. Yep. So we've been relying on clearing out these birch trees to help. We ended up with lots of water because of the water pumps we have down here. This is more in place, ready for bad tide to try and defend some of the farming down here. We can pause, which gives us a spare beaver. I'm going to put that into hauling for now to essentially try and help empty the farm out, so that they can keep clearing crops. Did have to throw, actually we can probably pause that now, throw a beaver into here because the wind was not blowing as much as we would like. Power is really a weakness of the folktails. I think really is a weakness of those guys, until we can get some kind of, it's just actually, yeah, it's just a weakness, isn't it? Right, that's not going to be much use now. Oh well. Can we empty that? Because it's got logs in it, so hopefully, yeah, they can empty it. That's good. We've just got to get planks. Sorry, we've just got to get some logs in there to get that finished, and that'll be great. I do wonder if it's worth just having that nudged up a bit to hold water back there. And yeah, I don't think we're going to get all of those crops harvested. So all of the oak trees are planted. We could plant some more up here, so maybe we should do that for now. Probably not a bad idea. More trees, more gooder. I did put in, but it hasn't been built yet, a power wheel so that we could power at least the lumber mills a bit when the wind's not blowing. So yep, there you go. These will die at some point, but there's no access to the farm, so they are gone. And we'll get our regular water pumping going. I'm not sure how many water pumps we really need running, but we'll get our regular water pumps going. We'll get those can be deleted now. Actually, we can probably tidy up a bunch of stuff. So, a whole load of paths we don't need. We'll leave the path out to there just so they can clear up those resources. And if we get another drought, we will repeat this process. It's essentially free food. Right, but we need to reopen that. You can be deleted now. And I think we will look at a few things. So we have, how much science do we need for the smelter? 300. So we are on our way to having enough science for the smelter, which is great. We will need a decent amount of power for the smelter. We need to unpause that if we're going to plant trees. We're still short of beavers. Still very short of beaver. Let's take some out of the hauling post. And I know I can use priority to manage that. I prefer to do it this way. So, thank you for your concern. It is very much appreciated. You know how things work. I like to do them the way that I like to do them. So we still have a lot of building. Wow, actually they are hammering through that now. Awesome. Awesome stuff. But yeah, I want to get a farm set up over here. So that we can farm most of... Do we build it over the water? That might be sending a bad side in. Right. Let's just take a moment. But yeah, I think we will build the farm Put it there. Yeah, we can farm most of the land then. We obviously need a path to come across there. But if we might need some irrigation if it's a long bad tide, but yeah, we've got some more defense from the bad tide now, which is great. I'm going to delete this because we're not going to be able to get access to that. With a bad tide coming, I think the other thing we should prioritize is water storage. So let's get 2 more of these in. Which means we need to make some gears. So let's get that going on. They use 20 gears. Okay, we should be able to achieve that. Assuming that we have power for the entire period, we should be able to achieve that. And yet we made those highest priority, which is good. We have, if we fill the water tanks now, 1800 water with, let's call it 40 beavers. I'm just going to do some quick maths. 1800 divided by 40 times 2.2 is enough for a 20-day bad tide. So actually we should be okay. I'd be surprised if we get more than 20 days. Assuming we fill our water tanks, which we probably can. We probably can. But yeah, I'm not too worried that we haven't managed to get a reservoir set up yet. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. We are, that means there is no point in planting those because they're probably going to get contaminated. Let's unpause you. But yeah, it'd be really nice. I don't seem to be making any gears yet. Because I don't think there's any building projects that are using gears at the moment. So I guess we might as well tell them to not replant any of those. Because they're going to die in the bad tide anyway. Right, you're done. You can get out of there, go home, and go do something more interesting instead. They're half grown, so we've got a little while before those come in. So we will look at clearing out those birch trees. Because, you know, they're not really anything particularly useful. Oh, we have got some gears. I was just looking in the wrong place for them. Yeah, if we get these birch trees cut down. Yeah. Gears be made, be good. But yeah, so we won't be able to pump water during the bad tide yet. It's why if we get up here, it'll be good. We've got our 300 science, so we can look at unlocking the smelter. But for now, I want to get these water tanks built. So let's go into triple speed. Get these done. Because they're going to be quite important. They're going to be quite important. Everything is so slow at the moment. Everything is so slow still. Do wonder. And especially with a bad tide coming. So I know I said I was going to move the industry. But a bit of me wonders if we shouldn't. And if we should. Come around the back here. And actually, no, we don't need to come all the way around there. We've got a path there. Whether we should augment the power with some water wheels. Because I'm getting slightly fed up of such inconsistent power. Is there... Yeah, I mean, there is some flow there. No. And in the fashion that we love here, we do that. We set them to be emptied so that they don't flash horrendously. And probably we only need that one. And yeah. Because it's a bad tide, so we're going to get consistent power out of it. Back to triple speed. We are not going to get those built in 0.8 of a day. So let's not worry about them being a priority anymore. And actually, we're going to switch to this being a priority, which is all logs, which we are short of. Yes, so we're going to make this a priority. We're going to put in a lumberjack flag. We're going to mark these all to be cut. And these. And yeah. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Yes, I'm sure all of you are commenting down below. We want them to not be planted. We do want them to be cut. Right, pause. We were a little bit late there. That one doesn't necessarily need to be closed now. Close you. Let's close you. Hopefully that will dilute enough that it's not a big problem. Same goes for this. But yeah, I think if we can prioritize the right things, we'll just have one gear workshop running, I think. It's a 15-day bad tide, so we should be okay, especially if we can keep pumping for a little bit. This is very quickly going nasty, obviously, and as of now, we can't deal with it just yet. But what we can do is let's unlock the smelter. Let's put it there. Yes, please. Power, windmill. 2. I'm going to put an array of 3 in so that if the wind is not blowing particularly strong, it gives it some amount of power. This is why I wondered about putting in actually. Really worried about that coming back. No, that's not efficient there. Levy there. Where can we get to easily? Yeah, levy. Need that there. I'm worried about backwash. So priority, high priority, high priority. They're higher priority than that, so I'll do a lot about that, but this is very much a temporary solution. Maybe it'll be okay. Actually, it appears to be okay. Okay, unnecessary panic there. Pause. Pause. Maybe. Maybe it's okay. I'd pause building the path. Oh well. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on that. I think that's definitely something that we need to be aware of. So this is doing its job, keeping this safe, which is what we want. So our whole farm area now is functioning. The plan was to put more water pumps there. Actually, let's pause. We have 8 spare beavers, so let's get some more hauling going on. Let's get more science going on. I think we'll unpause the scrap metal connection. And I think that a good place to build science will be up here. Assuming that we don't block off the tree cutter, which we won't. Yep, that works. The farmhouse is going in, and this land is all just fine. What I think we want to do is also put in 2, 3. Was that 4 wide? It is. Okay. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it's a lot of floodgates. And we'll put a staircase there so they can build them all. We're going to use that to make an irrigation area if we need it. Because the water might all evaporate in a long drought or bad tide. Right, so let's tell them not to plant. Let's just tell them not to plant any of these trees. Yep. We will repurpose this area for something else. We will let the ones that can grow. But we now have our first oak trees coming up. We are also about to get our first water wheel, which is awesome. You can go. We don't want you there. We do need to pause. I want to get those resources back. So if we can get these built relatively quickly, which at the moment is going to be a challenge because we need these oak trees to grow in. Okay, so that one is affected by contamination. So we will tell them not to plant that. We will plant that with a birch tree. I guess that one is growing as well. So the same, we will try planting that with a birch tree once it's dead. There we go. So something cool that I spotted today on mod.io, the ember pelts have now been updated to update 7. Bobbing About has got that sorted. I'm just finishing up my Apocalypse save that I've been playing, for fun, and I'm gonna start playing Ember Pelts with update 7 for fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that a try. It should be very cool. Oh, so we are getting a little bit of contamination coming through there. So let's get these built. And then after the bad tide, we will, and I'm going to turn that on. After the bad tide, we'll do something better. But for now, yeah, let's get these in. Because otherwise, that's going to cause us an issue. The lack of logs to achieve that is going to cause us an issue, but oh, look at that. Oh, I bet you're frantically typing away, aren't you? Yes. Type in those comments. And if you were frantically typing away, I've corrected it now, so you can go and correct your comment. Yeah, we don't really have... We have some trees down here. Let's cut down these few oak trees. Oh, this is my least favourite part of a play where you're desperately trying to get wood. No laughing at the back, children. To make progress. It's, yeah. It is one of my least favourite bits. This contamination is going to cause us some issues. There's a few trees there. It's not many, but it's a few, so let's grab them. Now, I saw someone, Mike, I think it was. Apologies, I don't know if you watch. He does YouTube videos and he has tested, and having areas set to be cut apparently does not affect performance of the game, but it affects the performance of my brain. So I'm going to go around and unmark areas for cutting that do not need to be cut. So yep, right. So we've got 5 unemployed beavers. Let's throw more of them in there. I think we're running the farmhouse quite light as well, so let's do that. Oh, let's pause those. Yeah. We'll stand by for more tree cutting down here. You can probably be paused. We've got 1,000 water left. We're just about spot on, actually. So let's pause you. Pause you for now. Yeah, this contamination's got all the way around. So kind of good that we've got this in place, protecting us. Did I not mark that one? There you go. One more tree for you to cut down, little beaver. Awesome. And then there's one lone tree there. I know this feels very desperate, but it'll help us achieve what we're trying to achieve. So it's a good thing. And there be oak out here. So don't think you can reach them. No. But by doing that, you can. There we go. There's no natural slopes up to those ones, so yeah, if we can get, I've got one of them in, we need one more to be done. And it's not great because it's already fairly contaminated, but you know. And then if we can get up here, and there's lots of stairs actually to get into this, but this is so much wood. You to be emptied, so you stop flashing. Same with you. Go. And then yeah, we just need to remember to delete these afterwards, and ideally put in some sluice gates. But we need metal for that. And what we really need is our oak plantation to kick in, and it's getting close, 86%. It's very close. Very close. Our water supply is going to last 9 days now, and we've got 4 days to go, so that's great. Now we could do with a splash in here to get the farm going. There you can see this has dried out before we would have wanted it to, but it's okay because we're not farming in there yet. So yeah, we need to expand our water storage quite significantly. I think we have the capacity to pump it, just not store it. We could plant a few more oak trees around there. So we should. Yep. Seems weird to me that we ate the few berries that I guess that's died of contamination rather than dehydration. Okay. Right. And I guess the next thing we want to do is maybe come across here and block these so that when the bad tide ends, we can direct this main water supply this way to clear this out quicker. Awesome. We have some amount of constant power now during bad tides and temperate season. Something at least. It's something. It's going to help with our production, and that's why I'm not so super excited about moving that until we have explosives. Because I guess once we've got explosives and terraforming, we can bring this power line straight through the middle and then terraform over the top of it. But until that point, we could bring it all the way around. But at the moment, we are so resource limited that that doesn't seem like a great idea. I guess the alternative would be that we could put power generation in here, because this is going to be affected by, and we could move it all here. So, because there's a decent flow through here, and we would regain all of this area. So maybe I just build the 2 for now. The 1. I don't know. So much second guessing myself. So much second guessing myself. Maybe I leave this here. And when we need more, I build it there. Because there is a decent flow through there. Yeah, maybe we go for that as an option. But we really, really just need these last few percent of oak trees. And there are a lot that are on that. And that's really going to help. We're also going to tell them not to plant these. And you're basically just waiting for those very few last oak trees to grow up, aren't you? Yeah. $98. So those should be up in the morning. That should be hopefully some of the end of our woes of logs. We're waiting for planks. I wonder. Power grid can sort of support it. I wonder if we've got 5 spare beavers. I'm thinking that I can press the wrong key, but also we could maybe do that. And put another plank production in. Here we go. We have trees coming. Let's get 3 lumberjacks going. All of those lovely trees. I've got 700 science now. I'm thinking we should vision for more of that. Science. Let's make these very low priority workplaces. That's the bad side. Survived with 400 water left. So up here we will wait a few moments. This should come clean pretty quick. So that's the nice thing about having 4 water pumps up here. We want to open that up. I'm going to open that and take the risk. Because it's its own water source. Of letting kind of brackish water through. And kind of probably what we want is to be able to block these up as well. But, you know. Needs must and all that. Yeah, that's open. Let's not forget to delete these. Yeah, that's starting to flow relatively clean. I'm going to delete these and just leave that one there. Look at all those oak trees and all those logs flowing in. Right there, going. So we can now open up you. And that one. And that one. No, let's leave that one up a little bit. That was a bad idea. That was a very bad idea. Dump fresh water, beavers. Let's let fresh water in there, and yeah, we'll have that be a bit of height. That was a bad idea. Okay, but then hopefully we can start pumping that. suddenly we are short of beavers, but we can manage that by doing that. I also want those pumping. Basically, it is all hands on deck for pumping. Planks are going up. Water tanks are being built. And I think what we're going to do is do another 2 as well. And that is 10 water pumps are pumping. Which is great. We can now do our double length bridge across here. I'm going to put back the staircase there. Because I do think we want to be able to block these off at some point. I don't actually think that we need to build these now. If we can, we want to get out here. And I guess floodgate. That. And if we put a levee there or there, it's the same. So we'll levee there. Floodgate that. Just so we can kind of control where the water goes. Water's going up, but we've got a heck of a lot more storage now. Power grid is looking pretty good. This is waiting on plank still. So food supply is looking pretty good. Carrots are full, potatoes are nearly full. We have a drought coming in, which is fine. We have no storage for grilled potatoes. Let's remedy that. No. At the very least, let's put in a small storage for grilled potatoes. We are 8 beavers short at the moment, which are coming from the 4 scientists and the haulers, which is fine. The log supply is looking good. Water supply is going up, and we have a drought coming, which means we're fine. The farm is being built, which is awesome. We want to put a path there and a platform there with a water dump there. Once we get up here, we can next time, I think it'll probably be next time, start looking at creating, I want to essentially kind of rough it out now, make use of the natural terrain to start to box this off. And maybe something like this. So you get the idea. And then, because we'll have metal, let's maybe use a sluice gate to let it through here and drop into here to keep this hydrated. Oh, the farm is in, so let's go. I'm going to plant a few sunflowers because they're kind of easy well-being. The carrot and potato supply is looking okay, but if we're going to grow the population, we'll plant a few more of each. And maybe we start the process of planting wheat. I think I know we can plant it a slightly bigger area. Maybe we just throw in some more sunflowers as well. I'm worried that this area is going to get contaminated. It won't in a drought, but yeah. This just takes so long to clear out. I mean, partly because it's being fed by bad water, but once this dries, we'll be able to come across and get this project built, which will be cool. These have quite a while to go, so I'm going to pause that. I've got 11 vacancies at the moment, which is not great. So let's try and manage that a little bit. I'm going to reduce the number of farmers slightly. So we clearly need to increase housing next time. Given it's a drought coming, we can probably ease up on the water pumping a bit. How's the power grid? Yeah, the power grid is much better. Much better. It will obviously take a hit during the drought. We're still waiting for planks to come over to there. That's fine. It would be really nice to get this done as an end to this video. Let's prioritize it, shall we? Our well-being is just awful, isn't it? Just awful. We've got a decent amount of science, so let's try and do something about that, shall we? Actually, decoration, roof, yes, yes. Let's give them roofs. Shrubs are another easy one, aren't they? I know JC just did something very similar to this in his Update 7 series. But a well-being boost is always a really good idea, so yep. There we go. What else have we got that's cheap and easy? Beaver statue is probably a bit extreme. Shrub lantern. I know this is a bit cheesy, but needs must. Turn. Scarecrow. The Scarecrow provides a boost. That's paper. No, we can't do that. Beaver statue is quite a lot of science, and then well-being. The contemplation spot is actually quite easy. And we've got a good spot for that. Let's do this. Contemplation spot. Yes, please. 1, 2, 3, 4 contemplation spots. Why not? Why not indeed? And I'm going to... This is all easy resources. Let's see if we can get that done as well. End on a bit of a high note on our well-being. We need to do these as well. So, decoration. Shrub. Not quite getting that, is it? Lantern we could put there. Can we reach that? I don't think we can. I'm going to put one there. Actually, I don't need to put that on a platform, do I? No, you don't. There we go. The drought has started. It's a 17-day drought. That's okay. So what we want to do is close that up. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. These don't really matter. But we will. Just to retain some amount of water. That's a little bit contaminated, so I'm going to put the water dump on. Oh, we need to dump some water in there. We'll keep you pumping. We will stop you pumping. Yep. Ah, that's built. Doesn't have any power yet. Which is more logs and planks. Oh well. It's at least in. And if we can get this well-being stuff boosted as well, that's going to be awesome. Yeah. What's the first monument cost? It's 1,000 science. We're a way off of that yet. Anyway. Thanks for watching, folks. We are hopefully set up for next time starting to zip line. So where should we zip line? Where should our first set of zip lining be? I wonder if we should look at having something which speeds us up getting up here, but I don't know. Interested in your thoughts. Maybe over to the industrial area. Again, interested in your thoughts. So stick the comments down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. If you're not, think about subscribing. And I will see you next time.